How are you? I miss you. I hope you're doing well. I've got some exciting things to show you out here. Remember the three sisters that I was calling the two sisters? I have big news. The third sister has arrived to the party. She was late, but that's okay. This is the squash, and here it's planted and successfully growing multiple leaves, and each one of them has at least one new leaf coming in. So we've had, I guess, how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them that were pretty successful. So I spoke too soon. And then the tallest one, do you know which one this one is? Do you recognize that one? That's gonna be nice, tall. It's gonna be the sunflower. So they're actually doing really well here. No flower yet, but we want them to keep growing. This one looks like it's dancing a little, but it's doing okay. And then do you remember the second sister? Do you remember what this plant is? They're all doing really well. This is the beans. So some of the beans are actually starting to grow and grow a beanstalk. It's growing a vine, and I'm trying to have it grab on to the sunflower for support. That's what they're supposed to do. I guess they get along well in that regard. The bean is able to rely on the sunflower for support, and then the squash actually plays an important role in providing nutrients for the soil, but things are doing well. Look how tall they're starting to get here. Do we recognize here what these ones are? Oh, I see a little friend in here. Can you see that ladybug running around here? Here it is. Let's see if it'll come on to my hand. There she is. Have you seen ladybugs recently? Oh, I think that's good luck. It flew away. There she goes. I'm gonna leave her here with my carrots. These are the carrots. I'm gonna leave her here because she's actually gonna be super helpful at eating any other kind of pesty bugs that might come near my carrots. But look how well these carrots are doing. Each one of these carrot tops. You know, there's actually only 4, but maybe they'll be pretty successful this year. Look how big that one might get. But you know what they say, don't judge a carrot size by its top, so we'll see what happens. They look pretty good so far. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna be big under there, or are they gonna be pretty small? What's your guess? Other than the plants, I don't have much of an update for the walkway yet. It's still coming along well. Other than in this section, you might be able to play I Spy. I have a bunch of little babies that I planted in here. This is gonna be the celery. So I've planted quite a few spaced in here. I gave them a little bit of water this morning, but I did this within the last couple of days. I've cleaned up the soil in here so that I can put more plants in. Remember, I took out the flowers that looked like those ones there. Cleaned this all up, fertilized a bunch of my other plants, so everything is looking really happy. The parsley and the basil are doing really well over here. The basil's actually starting to look really good. Some over here still look a little funny, but soon enough they're gonna grow up nicely. I could throw that in a pasta or something. Along with the oregano right here next to this beautiful strawberry that I can pretty much have with my lunch here. But the oregano is ready to start sprouting taller as well, and I could throw some of these little bitty ones into pasta if I wanted tonight. If I had pasta to make, throw it in some sauce. Like you saw, the strawberries are doing very well. The leaves are big and they're sending out more flowers. Can we see any flowers here? Peekaboo! And then there's gonna be some more fruits, so doing good in the strawberries, thankfully there. And there's the lettuce seeds. It has decided that it was gonna flower early and not really produce big leaves to eat, so we're just gonna have to wait to see what the lettuce decides to do next. And same with the broccoli here. I'm wondering, it's starting to shoot tall. It might decide to flower as well because it's been unreasonably warm. So you know what? Those two are kind of an experiment like everything else, right? We've talked about that. It's all kind of an experiment to see what grows in this weather, in this microclimate of cold and warm and cold again. The kale's doing pretty good though. What do you think about the kale? Maybe for some stir fry, I could throw it in a smoothie maybe. Would you try kale? You know, I don't know if I'm a fan of kale, but maybe I'd like my own if I grew it in the garden, right? There's some cilantro. The cilantro's doing about the best in here right now, other than the celery that you saw I transplanted out. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with the rest of these ones, because in the meantime, nothing else is quite ready or as close as planting as the peppers. I'm going to transplant these peppers here soon enough in the ground as well, and then just see what happens. Looking close here, what do you notice about this section? Do you see anything? What kinds of things do you see? Or maybe do you hear those birds in the background? The flowers look like they're doing okay. They're going to be dying off soon and going to seed as well. Here's some more flowers. They're like the little tiny tubes, almost like the ones that we saw on the agave. The hummingbirds love this stuff. Well, I've sure got some work to do, don't I? I'm gonna go transplant those peppers in the ground, and I'll see you soon. Take care, okay? Enjoy the sun.